Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to texture and light this racetrack we modeled in the previous tutorial. Here is my final render with this environment. If you haven't already, make sure you watch the previous video, then come back to this one. As always, you can download this blend file on my Patreon. It's the best way to support me as a content creator, so consider becoming a member and get access to a ton of cool perks. One more thing, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe right now so you can see more tutorials like this. Alright, without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. Okay, so let's first organize our collection here. So we're going to call this main collection our race track, which contains all of our objects. We're actually going to separate the curves. So let's select our lane 2 curve, our lights curve, and our main curve right here. Hit M, new collection, and we'll call this collection curves. Now select your scene collection, hit new collection, and we'll call this textured roads. Now in this collection, we're going to need some textures for our road here. Now to generate these textures, I'm going to go on a tool called Copilot AI. It's completely free. I'm using Microsoft Edge. So just go on Copilot AI and then initiate a conversation with Copilot here. So I already did that. Here's a conversation I started with Copilot. I began by asking it if it could generate a road texture based on these designs. So I said realistic asphalt with slight wear and tear weathering because, NASCAR roads are, damaged because of all the racing done on the roads. So I said add some skid marks. So this is what it gave. Pretty good, but there's perspective in the image and I need the image to be flat. So I changed up the prompt and at the end I said, image should be flat with camera looking directly down at the image. It listened and this is the type of image I need, just a flat image, but again, it messed up again, it added these little tires here and I don't want tires. So again, I inputted in the same prompt and it gave me this image. Again, I don't need these cars here, I just need the road. So I did it again. I said generate a road texture based on these details. And I might have changed up a few lines here and there, but it finally gave me the texture I wanted, which was this one. And so it's not seamless. So I went ahead and downloaded it. And then I went onto Photoshop and I made it seamless. So if you want to use the same texture as me, link in the description, you can go ahead and download it. We can move on to the next step. Let's first select our main racetrack here. Let's go into edit mode, use the face select tool and select the middle face, hit X, delete faces. Don't worry, we'll bring that face back in later. For now, we don't need it. Let's go back into object mode. Let's select our textured road collection here and let's do Shift A. Let's add in a plane. Let's zoom in on it. Let's go to top view and let's go ahead and hide everything except our main road right here, or our main lane is what we called it. Let's move our plane over here and let's size it so it matches the same size as our main lane here. So let's do S and then X. I'll make it 20 meters long. That's good enough. Let's put it back in the middle. Control A, apply all transformations. Let's open up a new window by dragging on the top right corner. Let's go to the shader editor. And with this plane selected, we can rename it to main road textured. New material, we'll call it road texture. Shift A, image texture, plug that into the base color. Let's hit open. Search for the custom texture that you generated yourself, or you can use the one I provided in the description right here. Seamless damaged road texture, open image. Let's go into material preview. And there it is. Let's go and hit edit to go into edit mode. And then let's do Control R. Let's add in 30 loop cuts. Click and then escape. Hit A, R, Z 90 to rotate it. Enter. Let's go into the UV editor. And let's hit A. And let's do U Smart UV Projection. I'll move this texture over here. I'll do SY 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's looking good. Let's tab back out, go into object mode. Let's go ahead and add in an array modifier to this road texture here. So let's go add array modifier. There we go. And we'll also add in a curve modifier. For the curve modifier, just go ahead and select your main lane curve. And there you go. But it's showing up at the bottom and we want it to project at the top. So let's go ahead and add in a shrink wrap modifier. For the target, select your main lane. And there you go, it shows up at the top. If there's little white space here, you can just hit G and then Y to move it to the side. Increase the array count till it fills up the entire road. And there you go. We'll repeat the same process with our lane 2 here. So let's bring that back. Let's do Shift A, plane. F2, rename it to lane 2 textured. And we'll rename our first one to main lane textured so we don't get confused. Same process. Make it 20 meters N. Okay, put it back in the middle. Control A, apply all transformations. Let's go back to the shader editor. Let's do new. We'll call this lane 2 textured. Shift A, image, texture. Let's go into material preview. Let's go to the UV editor. Tab, Control R. Let's add in 30 loop cuts. A, R, Z, 90. Enter. And we can do U, Smart UV Project. So for the UVs, I'm going to hit A. I'm going to position them in the middle here. We'll add all the same modifiers, array modifier, a curve modifier, and for the curve, we're going to select our lane 2 curve. Again, it's showing up at the bottom a bit, so to project it onto our geometry properly, we'll use a shrink wrap modifier. And for the shrink wrap target, we're going to choose our lane 2. Again, there's some white space, so to fix that, I'll hit S and then Y. Let's increase the count. Okay, bring back your main textured road. And there you go, our roads are nicely textured. To add some more bump to the road, we can go back into the shader editor and let's select our main lane texture first. And we'll add in a Shift A bump node, connect that to the normal. Shift A noise texture, connect the color to the height, increase the detail. You can see what's going on. Increase the detail to 15. Roughness is going to be up. We'll just go ahead and we'll copy that. Control C, copy. Let's go to our lane 2 and we'll just paste it so it matches. Okay, we'll collapse this window. Let's move on and hit Alt H to bring back everything. Let's move on to texturing our main track. So select your main track here, racetrack. Let's do new. We'll call this race track base. We'll make it dark. Hit tab to go into edit mode. Let's select this little separator here by hitting Alt and Shift. Oh, we got to use face select. Alt Shift. Hit the plus icon to add in a new material slot. Hit new. We'll make this yellow. Hit assign. Now we have this yellow separator here. Let's shade our lights. New, light, base. We'll make it metallic. Roughness is going to be like 0.2. And the inside, I'm going to add it in a new material. So go hit edit, or go into edit mode, sorry. Let's zoom in on it. Let's select our inside face here, this face right here. Hit plus icon, hit new, change this to emission. We'll make the emission like 50. Color is going to be a little bit blue. Hit assign. Now let's move on to texturing our banner here. So let's select this banner here. First one, first layer. Let's go into edit mode. Let's go to the first one right here in the middle. We'll go ahead and select this, hold shift, select this. We'll hit new. Let's go ahead, open up a new window again. Shader editor. Now you can add any sort of advertising banners you want. Shift A, image texture, and then plug that in. We'll go ahead and use open. Let's go to image textures. I have this NASCAR banner here that I downloaded. You can download any of these off of, Google Images. So go ahead and hit open image, then just hit assign. Click on this X view here, hit U and then project from view. It should show up over here. We can go to the UV editor, hit A and then adjust it accordingly. Then just hit the plus icon here. Let's go ahead, stay in edit mode. Let's select this face, hold shift, select this face, and this face. Go to the new material slot, hit new, go back to the shader editor, shift A, image texture, and you're gonna repeat the process. Open up. For example, I have this Blender logo here. You can add that in, open image, just hit assign, and then click this X icon, hit U, project from view, and there it is. Go to the UV editor. Again, just adjust it, hit A. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. I added in a few more advertising banners. I added in Netflix, GeForce, maybe some orange, white. And then again, Microsoft. I even added some Sony banners on the side. And that's pretty much it. And then it's just repeated on the other side because of the mirror modifier. So finally, we'll just move on to, let's click on the main track. Yeah, edit mode. Let's use the line select tool, edge select, hold Alt, select this edge, hit F to add in your face. And then let's go ahead and add in some lights all across the road here. I know we already added lights here, but we're also going to add in some more lights. So let's go ahead and do Shift A. Let's do cube. And this is a cool technique. So normally you can't really array area lights like these lights here, but this technique will allow you to do it. I'll show you how. So go to edit mode, go to vertex select, hit M at merge at center, tab back out, Shift A, we'll add in a area light. Okay. We'll make the area light a disk. The power is going to be 300. Color, again, is going to be like a bluish tint. Size is going to be like 10. We'll go ahead and name the cube here to light instance. Area light instances. That's what we'll call it. We don't need this window anymore. Click on the area light instance. Shift click the area light itself. So you have both of these. Control P, parent to object. And now the area light is parented to this single vertex here. Select your area light vertex, go to the object properties, go on instancing, click on vertices, and now go on modifiers and add an array modifier. Uncheck a relative offset, check constant offset. We'll make it 15 meters. Now you could add in as many as you want, but we need to make sure it goes around the track. So add in a curve modifier. The curve is going to be, let's do main lane curve. And there you go. But it's at the bottom. So just select your lights, GZ, and move it up. And maybe to the side a bit. So it's like in the middle. Select your area light instance and let's just add in all of it around the track. Let's go to the cycles render engine. Use your GPU. So go to your world properties, go to color and add in a sky texture. We'll make the strength 1 for now. The sun elevation is going to be around 3. Let's go into render view, see what that looks like. Make sure your view transform is AGX. Oh, there's a bit of some stretching going on here. To fix that, we can just decrease the count. Click on this, decrease the count as well. Just hit S and scale in till it meets the middle. Same with this, S. that does it for the shading, texturing, and lighting. In the final parts, I will go through how to animate a car or any rigged car on this racetrack. I will also show you a volumetric fog setup and some basic camera animation. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more tutorials like this. If you want access to this entire blend file, you can download it on my Patreon. It's the best way to support me as a content creator, and I would greatly appreciate your support. Okay, I'll see y'all in the next part. Peace.